Let's move on now to the final main topic today. And the final main topic today comes to us from Cthulhu138, who writes, Numan Acer is a cast member, is cast as a character named Dmitri in Spider-Man Far From Home. You stated that no one has been cast as the Chameleon, but the Chameleon's real identity is Dmitri, now I always mispronounce his name, Smerdyakov. He also is the half-brother of Kraven the Hunter, that's Sergei Kravinoff. Is it not possible or plausible that Numan Acer is playing Chameleon? I mean, just look at Numan Acer. He is a dead ringer for Kraven the Hunter, after all. All right, thanks a lot for the question, man. Now, where this is coming from is, Robert Meyer Burnett last week brought up a theory that he believes Chameleon is going to be in this movie, and that Chameleon is actually, that this isn't even Nick Fury. If it's not Nick Fury, that's Chameleon. And maybe Maria Hill is Chameleon, but he really believed Chameleon was going to be in this movie working with Mysterio. And one of the things I said at the time is, I don't know, man. This movie's already shot and it's coming out in 2 months. I don't know that they could have kept that under wraps. I mean, we would have heard if he was cast and stuff like that. But then, as the message correctly points out, we do have a character who is the half-brother of Kraven the Hunter, being played by an actor who looks an awful lot like Kraven the Hunter, named Dmitri, and of course Dmitri is the real name of the Chameleon in the movie. Numan Acer is playing a character named Dmitri. The Chameleon's real name is Dmitri. Chameleon is half-brother of Kraven. The actor playing Chameleon, or playing Dmitri, looks like Kraven the Hunter. Could it be that we actually are going to have Chameleon in this movie? Now, the director of Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home, John Watts, he was asked about this. He's like, hey, so Numan Acer is playing a character just named Dmitri. Is he Chameleon? He was asked that directly, and this is what the director said. He said, well, Dmitri is in the film, Dmitri in the film works for Nick Fury. And I think anyone who works for Nick Fury, they certainly have a mysterious past. We're not specifically saying that he is Chameleon, but we're not saying it. Dmitri in the film works for Nick Fury, and I think anyone who works for Nick Fury, they certainly have a mysterious, is that a play on the Mysterio name? Who knows? They certainly have a mysterious past. We're not specifically saying that he's Chameleon, but we're not saying, okay, so we'll have a little bit, let's call it what it is. We have a little bit of trolling going on here from the director of Spider-Man Far From Home. Now, of course, here you do have a picture of the actor in question, Numan Acer, who, oh my God, you're right. He looks like, if you show me this guy's picture and said, this is the guy who's playing Kraven the Hunter, I totally would have bought it. Because this guy looks exactly like the way I would picture Kraven the Hunter to look. But he is playing Dmitri, and Dmitri is the name of the Chameleon. I love the way that John Watts is kind of playing us a little bit. Now, there's a couple of options here. Option number one is that Dmitri is playing Numan Acer is his character Dmitri. It's not a coincidence. He is Chameleon. That is one of the options here. And maybe the most obvious option, and certainly I'm sure the one Robert Meyer Burnett, were he here right now, would certainly be harping on. I think there's another option here. Another option is that having him there and having him named Dmitri is just kind of a little bit of a wink. It's a little bit of a wink to the audience for those of us who are in the know. Because I don't know why the director would say, I'm not saying he's Chameleon. Like, I don't know. I feel like they would just play that a little bit closer to the vest. Don't you? Like, doesn't it feel like that would be something they would just play closer to the vest? Like if it is Chameleon, he was asked, hey, this guy's playing Dmitri, a character named Dmitri. That's the same name as Chameleon. Is he playing Chameleon? I swear to God. Hey, man, there's a lot of interesting, fascinating, mysterious characters in this universe. Just wait for the movie and find out. Like, wouldn't you say something like that? I don't know. It's weird, but it certainly does raise some very, very interesting possibilities here. Because remember, Robert Meyer Burnett, his theory is that, number one, there is no multiverse, that this multiverse that Mysterio is talking about is all a part of a big con, and that Chameleon is working with him, which they have done before in the comics. Chameleon is working with him, and they're pulling off some big con, some big, huge con. Does this kind of give a little bit of credence to that? Yeah, I think it does. I think it gives a little bit of credibility. Is it enough to make me buy into the theory? Not me personally. I'm not buying into it yet myself personally. But even I got to admit, this does seem to give a little bit more credibility to the whole notion of it. So let me ask you guys. Do you think Dmitri in this movie truly is Chameleon? Do you think there's a possibility this is all a part of a big con being done by Mysterio and the Chameleon working together? Or are there some other theories here that I'm not even considering right now? Jump down to the comments section below and let me know what you guys think.